show in the bay. Every dog is his day, I feel like Snoop Dogg. Doggy style, and I fuck the world till I'm straight. Every dog is his day, I feel like Fife Dog. Me and my dogs out here trying to find a way.
Everybody, thank you guys for tuning in again to On My Hustle Reloaded. I am your queen Yaya, and we're here with
Marciano YR, 5-star music, East Oakland, California with him.
Let's get into it. Okay, so who is Marciano YR?
As a person?
As an artist.
As an artist, I'm unique. I'm just me. I'm from Oakland. It's a lot of influence from everywhere though, but I take my rap is literally just me. Like it's just only, you feel me? It's nothing too extra. It's just me.
So do you feel like you're in a lane of your own, or you're in a certain lane?
I feel like I don't have a lane, but I feel like as long as I'm just sticking to what I love and what I want to hear, because people can ask me who's my favorite rapper. Who's better to listen to than somebody else, to yourself? You feel me? You go do your shit, and I listen to myself to get through things.
So did you know you always wanted to do music, or was it like something that happened over time?
No, actually, the first thing I wanted to do was be a comedian, and I wanted to be a guitarist early, and I used to sketch, like draw, like do cartoon shit.
So like, what made you do rap instead? Like, when did you realize you can really rap?
When did I realize I could rap? I want to say it was around the time I just started rapping. So basically, coming up, my brother raps. He had I don't know, it's like an old school method of recording yourself. You get one tape and you put it into your radio, and then you get another tape. You get the mic and you record from one tape to the other tape.
Yeah.
So my brother used to do that. And one time I just did it just to try to impress him, just to try to, you feel me, be on his level. That's something he liked to do. You feel me? And I want to do what he was doing. Like, I want to hoop like he hooped, and you feel me, all shit. So I was doing it with him. And after that, I kind of put Pooh on it, my little cousin Dollar. Shout out Dollar, 5-star music type shit. But I put him onto it. Then we had, do y'all remember the single CDs? You know what I'm talking about? Where we got acapella, the instrumental. You feel me? We had Big Pun, It's So Hard. You feel me? And we had the beat for that. And we used to just walk around the living room and just spit to that beat. You know?
So I know you also produce. Like, do you prefer one over the other?
I take them equally as two different things that I just love equally, I want to say. I mean, because it started off just being a thing because nobody would give us beats. And I'm not saying that anybody should ask for beats for free. But we just kind of was like, okay, we on YouTube looking up Jay-Z instrumentals, Wayne instrumentals. I need beats. A lot of niggas out here making beats and shit. But I was like, man, niggas ain't giving a shit, bro. I got to just learn. But it became to the point where I think I'm just as like surgical with production now as I am with my lyrics and shit. So I love them for two different reasons, really.
He's actually really dope, you guys. So make sure y'all do check him out. So what was the name of the first song you ever did?
Ooh. First song I ever did by myself?
Yeah. I
recorded to Jay-Z and Eminem Renegade on the Blueprint 1. That's the first song I ever recorded. No, it wasn't. With myself, like by myself, just only me. Yeah, it was Renegade.
Would you still slap it to this day?
No, I played it recently, and it's cringy. It was a lot of random, very nerdy punchlines and goofy shit. But I was starting out just trying to find myself and type shit.
So how do you feel like from that Marciano to this one? How do you feel like you evolved as an artist?
I want to say starting out, the music changed one. So music around me changed. So it was coming up. The first album that made me want to start rapping is Fabulous Ghetto Fabulous. I don't know why it was that album, but it just seemed like it was so effortless to him. He was like just going crazy to me. So going from that, listening to that, and then basically trying to emulate that, and then going through the battle rap phase, or you feel me, Cassidy, Lloyd Banks, Joel Santana, Lil Wayne, all these niggas was just bar guys, like niggas going crazy and shit. Eminem, Big L. But going from that, I was just like straight punchline, so it wasn't really a lot of substance in my raps. I would just talk like, okay, I got the gun that looked like, you feel me, or the Tony, I'm grinding like Tony Hawk, you feel me, that type of shit. But it went from that to shit changing around me. So that's what I was on. Then it became the hypey movement era type shit, and then we started doing the party songs and shit like that. Then it went from that to the mob kind of era, you feel me, for us, where shit was like, you feel me, going crazy. And then it went to like I feel like around a certain time, my cousin BG's, shout out 5 Star B with the G, he basically came in with just substance. He didn't really have, he had bars and shit. He didn't have bars, like he didn't have punchlines, but he had hella, like he had everything to talk about. And we kind of rubbed off on each other. Pause. But once he came in and showed me that you can do both, like you can have substance and shit. So now my shit is kind of like a bunch of double entendres that just hit home. You feel me? I try to make sure that there's a message in my raps. Now I want my son to be able to listen to this shit 10 years and take something from it.
The music going forward is a little questionable right now. Right. So when you hear
Zanny bar rap,
man, when you hear people who have really strong lyrics and there's meaning behind them, like it's really good because you don't get that a lot these days.
Right.
And then I'm hearing you mention 5 Star. Mm-hmm. Is that like, are you, is that your group or like, what is 5 Star?
It's a group, it's a brotherhood, it's a clique. So we started off as the Young Riders. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Young Riders has went through a couple different phases as far as members. Shout out Liz, he was originally a member of the Riders. But it was 5 of us starting out. Then my boy, he moved to Alabama, and then he kind of just started doing his own thing. So he's like, all right. But my brother, he came in, you feel me? But since then, I feel like all of us have grown in our music from that day when my brother came in, and that shit changed everything. But yeah, them is my niggas for life, type shit. But yeah, it's a label, it's a movement. Fuck with us, you feel me? 5 Star music, 5 Star everything.
That's great, cause you know a lot of times when people start off with a group, they don't always stay with that group, or like, you know, when they get on, it's just them. Right. And I even taking a look at your old videos and looking back, like it's always been y'all.
It's the same, exactly.
And you can tell like you guys are all really close and y'all linked in. And when you see that with a group, that's really good because a lot of times it's a lot of toxic stuff surrounding groups and stuff. So when you see a group that's really just like a family, and you guys basically piggyback off of each other, like y'all are a reflection of each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you have a group that's like that, it's really good. Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh, who was 5 Star? I was very curious about that.
Thank you. Shout out TK. He loved Versace Suda, aka Versace Suda, P Dollar, Dollar, Progress Dollar, and B with the G. You know what I'm saying? 5 Star music.
What he said.
You know what I'm saying?
One thing I have noticed about him is he's really good with his wordplay. But I'm about to see how good you are with remembering your lyrics.
Okay.
So the first game we're gonna play is a fan favorite, and it's called How Well Do You Know Your Lyrics? So I did a little investigating from the beginning to present, and just picked different songs, and where I just found different lyrics. I want to know if you know what song it's from.
Okay.
So if you get it right, you get a card. If you don't, it belongs to me. And then I don't understand why. Okay?
Last episode it was gummy worms, so I don't get gummy worms.
The production team, we had some technical difficulties.
Blame everybody else.
It was the versus battles. To be so honest, like it kind of. I didn't expect it to be.
I was just joking.
Okay. I mean, I got some sour powers.
I'm about to win though, so it doesn't matter anyway.
It's green.
After I win, we'll do it like that.
Oh, he confident. He confident.
I know me. I wrote this stuff.
Hey, I mean, you see how it went the last time we played this. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. While these Limb Biscuit niggas is doing it for the nookie, I'm doing it for the cake in your face. Anime. I'm gifted like Santa Slay. I'm different. You can't relate.
If you know son, you owe son. Ashley, Mary Kate. Ashley, I'm very great. Ride a gang to the death. My niggas playing for keeps and you keep playing yourself, nigga. That's the cipher. Maybe you cipher right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead. You might as well give me 2 of them, man. I'm gonna just leave it nicely there. Let's go.
Anyways, I weathered the storm that came. They scared of my rain. They want an umbrella.
I weathered the storm that came and scared of my rain. They want an umbrella. Niggas know next up. Fake love. Freestyle. Fake love freestyle. let it go.
It's a fact. The good die first. I'm good. So thanks to the hood, I'm cursed.
I'm feeling like I should. That's my last. I'm very over obsessive with my shit. I swear. I'm hella obsessive.
I've been down and out. So now I'm going in throughout it all. Alcohol's been my closest friend. Before I die like a rose with a broken stem, me and my dogs gonna ball, nigga, open gym.
Billionaire dreams.
I had to double check because I'm just like, at this point, I feel like he got a cheat sheet.
Hey man, if y'all listen to my stuff, go back and listen to Airborne. Airborne was a crazy project for me. Yeah.
I'm about to milk the berry like Captain Crunch.
Goosebumps.
I had to just make sure.
Damn, that was a reach one too.
Wait,
that's not what I would
do I
even
have
remember.
any points?
No, you do not have any points.
It's okay because we got another game. And
Okay,
I know
yeah.
I'm gonna come back.
All right, for sure.
Wig splitter. I'm sick with it, and it's official. No subscription to Vibe, but you can get your issue.
Astronaut.
At this point, I just feel like I'm just reciting.
I'm obsessive. I'm one of those like OCD with my lyrics. Like I really, really pay attention. And,
I see.
Yeah, I don't forget nothing.
I was trying to go back just on purpose so that I can kind of trip you up a little bit.
If you would have went back to that song you asked me about, my first song ever, I would probably lose. But I can't even find that, so I can't find it.
Damn, somebody send that to me. ASAP.
Do not send it. Don't send it. Don't send it.
Dismantling your family is my animal instinct. I plan to be the champion, so handle your business. Yeah, you got the title, but can you defend it?
Striking star. Thank you.
Can you just get one wrong so I can have a point?
So should I just like throw the fight real quick for you?
Just one card
on camera. I don't want to lose on camera. This is my first time on the show. I want to be the undefeated dude. Undefeated, bruh. That's my name.
Undefeated, bruh.
Undefeated, bruh.
That's hey, you heard it here first. On my Hustle Reloaded exclusive slang. Undefeated,
bruh.
Marciano YR. To live and die in Oakland. Always cross my T's and keep my eyes open. All the obstacles made it a mission impossible. Made a mission impossible. You can't beat us or join us. Being an op is optional. That was nice, by the way.
Then I say, Nas said the world is mine. Pac said I got the juice. Hoba told me take over. Big Papa told me poppage. My D'Angelo.
Yes. Home of the band from the league if you take a stance on a knee. But we got the freedom to lean so we can stand on our feet.
Till we can't stand on our feet.
Till we can't, my bad. Till we can't stand.
Don't let your head hang off the Rain Project. You know what I'm talking about. I need that one. It's a lot of these. I don't know. You played this? Yeah, okay. I don't think it was this many cars last time I watched the show. She got hella. She really trying to stump me stuff. Is this the hard one?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Hard to sleep once you wake up. Ignorance is a luxury. Luckily, I pick up the pieces these niggas puzzle me. I'm they eyes and ears. They only see and hear cause of me. I'm moving forward like they know me for doing. I wrote that twice. Making that 5 ring. That's that Kobe influence.
Very Kobe influence. All I want. Make sure. Oh, is it? Let me see. Look. Show people.
It is.
Undefeated. Shout it.
Undefeated, bruh. Here, just take the header of the game too.
I beat the game on nigga hard mode.
What? Anyways, this. I'm done. This game is over. He won. I feel like it kind of rigged a little bit, but
it's my lyrics. Of course it's rigged. I wrote the songs.
I don't care. I needed one card. I've never lost this game like this before. I'm feeling some type of way right now. But like,
you got smoked. Anyway,
so with listening to certain songs like H&H in her song, perfectly her song on the From Oakland with Love project, What was like the concept behind that song?
From which one? Her song?
Her song, yeah.
So I had in like 2011, I wrote a song called Her Song, but I did it in a different way. It wasn't like if you listen to Her Song, the breakdown or the basics of the song is it's a song about like a love letter to hip hop, but I was using the titles of hip hop songs to tell the story. But the original concept of it was just like a 3-verse song that was just like a love story to hip hop, but you didn't know it was about hip hop until after the song was over. But it's the ADHD age, and I didn't think anybody would have the patience to listen to 3 24-bar verses and listen to this story, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna break it down and change it up, and I switched it to 1 verse that's 40 bars, just putting random song titles. But I think actually with the song titles being in it, it made it way doper.
It did.
And I had to just modernize. It's a lot of ideas that I come up with that I don't really let shit go. Like it might be an idea, like "Run Up for Love." I wrote that in 2011. Yeah, so it's like an old song, but I modernized it and made it new because I don't let any ideas go. It's something I came up with. I wanted to give it the best shot to be something. You know what I mean?
Okay, so then with H&H, is that like more personal?
Yeah, H&H was super personal.
You mind us asking you what it was about?
So the song is basically it's like a duality. It's like H&H. So H&H stands for handsome and heartless. Handsome is an exterior kind of characteristic, or you feel me, and heartless interior. So you can't really see somebody being heartless, but you can see if somebody like handsome is like you feel me, a good thing. Heartless is a bad thing, but it's like the yin and yang. Everything could look good on the outside and not be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I want to do it this way. And the original first 4 bars was written for my cousin Nana, rest in peace. And I told my nigga WAP, you feel me, that Doo-Wop is my nigga Blake, rest in peace. I was telling him the verse, and then soon after that he passed. So I finished the verse for him. And Suda that's on the song with me is his little brother. Like Doo-Wop is his little brother. So we kind of just got on the song, and we also even did a duality in our verses. My verse is more so like somber, like sad, and his verse is kind of turned up, like look at me trying to shine and shit. You know? So it's really just more so like it was like a therapy kind of shit I was talking about. Like you gotta just get that shit out, you feel me, in order to move forward.
So do you feel like it's important to have versatility in your music?
I think it is. I think it's important to have, but I don't think a lot of people necessarily need it. If you have something that you are really, really good at, you can stick to it. But I just feel like in anything, you should always make sure you can be able to adapt to anything that's going on. If you don't really try anything different, then it's like, okay, what if today you can't record this kind of music anymore, or this kind of music, or this kind of job, or something
like
the
sound is no longer what people want anymore.
In anything, like I don't want anybody just stuck in one thing. It's just, man, I don't feel like it's a good idea to be just.
That's the one thing about having an artist who they're good at one thing is that when you try to have them step outside their comfort zone, they're not comfortable because they've never attempted to challenge themselves. Yeah. So you feel like challenging yourself is something you do? Yeah,
for sure. I just be trying, but it's really like when you into anything, like if you're a videographer or an artist, you might draw something that you never drew before, or you might try an effect on your video, transition in the video that you've never tried before, and it might be the hottest shit in the world. Like remember Hype Williams used to do videos with the bars or the 2 different videos and shit going on? That shit wasn't a thing. He just tried it. You know what I mean? Trying something new can always lead to you doing something crazy. Like All I Ever Wanted is like the first song that I did with the auto-tune kind of singing shit. Like that was the first time I ever tried it.
It was auto-tune in that song?
On All I Ever Wanted?
Yeah, I thought you were just singing.
Auto-tune. Yeah. It's not really. It's kind of strong. Pretty prominent. But anyway, yeah.
I was gonna give you your props.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, it's definitely on it. It's definitely on it. But that was the first time I tried it, and without me trying it, I wouldn't have made H&H, and I would have tried to do like even anything. You feel me? Shit like that. Like, I wouldn't even try it.
Okay. So when you are in the process of making music, what is that like? What does that entail for you? Like, what is it like?
What is it like to make music?
For you, like, what is your process?
It's random shit. I could start with a verse. I could start with a beat. I've literally started songs writing the last bar first before. The very last bar of the song, like, okay, I know I want to end the verse with this, but let me build a verse around ending it like this.
Okay.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know.
That's not weird. It's creative.
It's very weird because nobody does that.
It's not. It's
it
weird.
Was super weird.
It's not. It's weird, but at the same time, it's not because it keeps you kind of like where how you know you want it to be.
Yeah, it's
and
like
how
a
you
pocket that I want to stay in.
Exactly.
So I don't want. I want this to really be said. So I have to make sure I don't do anything to fuck that up. So I wrote it in reverse.
You actually out here dropping knowledge for people because that's something I'm pretty sure a lot of people can help a lot of people when they writing. Because a lot of times people will start rapping about this and then they just go left and they try to bring it back, and then by the time they bring it back, you're like, I don't even know what you're talking about no more.
Right, yeah, where did it, I don't know, I'm lost now. Yeah, I feel you.
So speaking about messages, with the project you just released, Rain Clouds, what is the message behind this project?
Basically what I was talking about, the dualities, like just so Rain Clouds is gonna be part of a series, I want to say, series. Rain Crowns will be next, but it's like the clouds are the tough times. Rain is, you feel me, Rain, REIGN, and RAIN. Rain is to rule over, and before you get there, I mean, it's not like some people are born royal. Some people, you feel me, but some people gotta work for that shit. You feel me? A lot of kings get crowns, they're not handed nothing. You feel me? It's like, so you gotta earn that shit. But it's basically just about how the journey to where I want to be is it wasn't always the prettiest, but like the greatest, the scenic route. You feel me? Like when you see all the dope shit, it wasn't like that. It was a lot of trials and tribulations and shit, a lot of tough times and just getting through shit mentally, and especially this year losing hella people. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of just wanted to get that pain out. Like it's just like H&H, I had to get it out. You feel me? Before I can move forward. And this project was kind of like everything.
So like your testimony.
Yeah, it's like everything. So the next volume should be the good times, the success.
So it's like, it's kind of like a series basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
So is there like one song on this project that you feel like embodies that message that you're trying to send with this project?
The song that embodies it the most, I feel like, is either this song Rain or even Every Dog Has His Day.
Which is a very dope song, by the way.
So
if you're not streaming Rain Clouds, I don't know what you're doing right now.
Go stream the project
ASAP.
You will not be disappointed, I promise.
So for this project, because even listening to it, it seemed like a lot of time was taken for this project. So how long have you been working on this project?
In real life, how long have I known that I wanted to do this exact project? Yeah. Because before I started the project, I had already, I could say the first spark of it was Every Dog Has His Day, and my son wasn't even born yet. It was like 2016.
So this has been like simmering and building for a while.
And then All I Ever Wanted was the second song that I did. That was in 2017. H&H, I believe, was 2018. And then 2018, I kind of just did everything else.
Okay. So
2018, 2019.
Well, you say like you really are a person who works detail by detail when it comes to your projects. Like you take the time. A lot of people, they'll just release project after project after project, and there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes when you take the time to kind of like really make sure it's right. Yeah.
I had to get the right engineer. I had to all the little skits and little vocals, the poems and shit. I had to find that shit. I had to place it where I needed it to be. The thunder, the sounds of the rain, and the jacket interview that I had on the two songs that made it connect. And then I had to put, you feel me? It was just like a lot of shit. And then I literally like did some Kanye shit. I got a cover. I looked at the cover while listening to the album and make sure it fit. And you feel me? All this like hella just overly obsessive about it. You feel me? And then I had to get them in the right order. You feel me? Because intro could have went straight into H&H, but it really was intro, Rain, All I Wanted, and I wanted to. You feel me? It was a process, but I definitely think that I did it the right way. I think everybody should take their time with something they really give their all to, everything that they really, really feel like is their brain baby.
Yeah, so it's really good to hear you say like how you take your time and how you wanted to make sure it was right. Because sometimes people, they just want to release stuff just to have stuff out there.
All right.
But a lot of time the work that you take your time on and you really put the energy in behind it, sometimes it's the best stuff that you can put out because it's you took the time and you really challenge yourself. So I have a question with the song intro. Who is the lady that's speaking on intro?
It's a slam poet. I can't remember her name right now. She's a slam poet though.
Okay.
And I sampled it.
Cause I be catching myself reciting it, and it's just it's a what's the word I'm looking for? An attention grabber.
Yeah.
Like it really is, and it's like when I first listen, I'm like, who she talking to? Cause she going in a little bit. But then like when you really listen to it and you start to listen to this album, it's like you kind of get and like mesmerized a little bit with this album.
Kai Davis.
Was EP, my bad.
Kai Davis.
Yes,
okay. Kai Davis. Shout out Kai Davis.
With this EP, like as I'm listening to it, it's like not one song made me want to be like, oh, I'm just go to the next song. I'm not feeling it. It's like each song literally like kind of takes you in, and you kind of see your life.
Yeah.
Like you kind of visualize what you're going through at this exact moment as you're writing it. And you kind of picture everything because it kind of brings us into your world. It makes it really like, understanding of what you mean. Like, cause I could look at you and be like, okay, well, this is Marciano YR, but listening to this project, it makes me feel like I really know who you are.
Right.
So was that something you really wanted to make sure that people knew when they were listening to it? Like they really
honestly, I didn't even think about it that way. I didn't think about it like going into it. I wasn't writing it to introduce myself because to me, I've been rapping this whole time. People are just finding out about me. I think I've already kind of explained myself, but in this, it was more so of like just that therapy, like how I feel like the Good Kid, Mad City kind of gave off Kendrick's like coming up, you feel me, and all the shit and what he went through and how the shit around him wasn't okay, even though he's this and sometimes the craziest conditions breed the geniuses and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like. So I feel like in this case, I was just like, the intro, I had some shit to talk about. You feel me? Rain, I felt like I had some shit to talk about. All the songs, I feel like it was just something that was bothering me at that time that I felt like I needed to address. And it kind of just all was like one smooth like transition into a project.
Okay. So with the song Every Dog Has His Day, can you kind of like give us a little background of that song, like a little better understanding of it?
So this is a weird thing about me. Another very strange writing process. None of the songs on this project were written to the beats that I actually ended up putting them on.
Really?
So I was doing a song called I Remember, and I had this beat, and I wrote the verse for Every Dog Has His Day to that. Then I was on YouTube and I found this beat and I wrote the hook for Every Dog Has His Day to that. But that night I made the beat. Me and my cousin Versatility shooter made the beat for Every Dog Has His Day, and then I just threw everything on there. You feel me? Like, oh, this shit all works. Like, it's perfect. Like, this shit go crazy. And I sent it to my bro BGs. He had the verse to me the next morning. But I feel like Short Dog, life is too short in the bay. Short Dog. Every dog has his day. I feel like Snoop Dogg, doggy style, how I'll fuck the world till I'm straight. Every dog has his day. I feel like Fight Dog, me and my dogs out here trying to find a way. Trap Dog question. But every dog has his day. I feel like Nate Dogg, you can hate dog, but I got love where I stay. Every dog is his day. So I just named 4 of the, you feel me, influences that are just happen to be dog names. And I said every dog has his day. And you know what I'm saying? Every dog has a day. Growing up, I always thought it was a bad thing. I thought when you say like every dog has his day, every dog has his day. I feel like it was like somebody saying like, okay, whatever, nigga, you got lucky. Like you got lucky, or you gonna get yours. You feel me? Like you gonna get some bad gonna happen to you. But every dog has his day really means every day everybody has that lucky day where something good happens. It's not always gonna be bad things.
Very true. Very true.
That's what that
and then even with like Don't Let Your Head Hang, like it was more uplifting. Like, you know, because right now we got a lot of crazy stuff going on right now, and you know it's easy to get caught into the stress and the anxiety and the depression to kind of just sit there and be stuck there. So listen to it, it's kind of like you guys are telling people like, with all of this going on, you got to still kind of find your niche. You got to come out of that. You can't stay there.
Right. Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. So just to kind of spice stuff up a little bit, because I'm going to win this game. I don't care. We have to play Our last game, which is called Report or Repost. This is the game that I usually win.
Oh, I gotta guess who it is.
So you gotta basically how the concept of this game is. You don't have to guess who it is. So I'm gonna read you a tweet.
Okay.
And you gotta tell me whether you're gonna either report it or repost it.
Yeah.
And then when you tell me which one, I'll tell you who it is. So this game, nobody really wins.
I was gonna say,
nobody really wins in this game. But I just had to say that because I lost terribly.
The gods don't lie.
Like terribly. I lost terribly wrong to that last game. So that's why I said I'm gonna win, even though there's no winner in this game. So you ready?
That's good. Yep.
Okay. I hate when I see a person not minding their business.
Well, I'm definitely reposting that.
Hey, no, for real. That's
I'm
like
absolutely reposting. I hate that shit.
Man.
I definitely hate that shit. That should be crazy.
Queen Naija.
Okay, that's okay. I don't really follow the social media or what's that? What is she?
She's R&B.
YouTuber
R/R&B artist.
Shout out her though. She did her thing. She really rebranded herself.
Man.
She's going crazy.
Man.
I respect it.
We out working the hardest workers.
Definitely reposting. Who's that? That sounds familiar.
Lil Durk.
Okay. Durk, yeah.
Family. This is funny because I want to see if he's gonna report this one. Family, religion, the Green Bay Packers.
Fuck that. I report the hell out them niggas, bro. On my mom, fuck the Packers. Right, I'm too short. Right on.
This is Lil Wayne.
He is a Packer fan. What is that?
I don't know. I'm hella lost. That's not even Wayne right now. That's Tunchi. So that's Tunchi.
Yeah, it's two. Let's be clear. Lil Wayne died in 2009 or 10 or some shit. Tunchi is this blonde haired nigga that look like
they got 3 dreads.
He looks like one of the gremlins that you fed after you fed a gremlin. He look like that right now, and pray for him.
Yeah, because we still waiting on Lil Wayne to come through.
But he dropped the No Ceilings 3, and I haven't listened to it yet. So hopefully there's a spark of his past life in there.
I pray. Okay. They gonna judge you anyway.
Facts, repost. Facts.
Big Sean.
Aries gang.
Juice still dropping classics till this day. Legends never die.
Huh?
Juice still dropping classics till this day. Legends never die.
Juice.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a personal message. Who's it? I'm reposting it though.
Future.
Oh, okay, Juice. Okay, that sounds like some of my cousin would say though. That's my nickname, Juice. So
I know, that's why I picked it up.
Oh, okay. I was really like, who the hell? I didn't even see that tweet.
The girls will love it, and the homies will be able to sing to it.
Repost. I feel like that's true.
Chevy Woods.
Taylor Gang. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with being basic.
No, I'm recording that. Yes, it is. Yes, it is wrong. Yes, it is.
Juicy J.
Well, Juicy J said it though. I fuck with Juicy J though. And he kind of embodies that because he doesn't do a lot.
He don't.
He do hella shit, but it's never a lot.
It's never like over the top. It's very low key.
Effortlessly low key.
And he don't give a fuck.
But it's turned to shit every time.
Exactly. He's the king of the ratchets. He love the ratchets.
You say no to ratchet, Gucci, J, K.
He really don't, because he loves the ratchets, and he lets you know that whenever chance he get.
Okay. Serious.
I cry when the song really good.
No, I don't think. It's been that, but I don't think it's that serious. It's not that serious.
Sorry.
Damn, this song good, bro. Who played the keys on this?
Are we?
Who's the guitarist?
So are we gonna report or repost this?
Damn, I don't want to report it though, because people really. I'll repost it just because.
Lil Uzi.
Of course he go cry. Nah, I fuck with Uzi, but that nigga weird.
You know, it took me a minute to get into him, but I ain't gonna lie, because at first I was kind of thrown off. It was a little everywhere.
All right.
But before we step into the surprise segment, could you let our viewers know where they can find you?
Marciano YR on everything, on SoundCloud, on y'all still use SoundCloud? SoundCloud, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. What else we got? We got Facebook. But on Facebook, I'm Jules Marcian. I'm Marciano YR.
Say Instagram.
At Marciano YR. Marciano YR, all one word. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, it don't matter. Shazam me, you feel me? All that shit. I got it on iHeartRadio, Pandora. You feel me?
Say Shazam? Right.
You know what Shazam is, right?
Yes, I ain't heard nobody say Shazam.
But you can Shazam my shit. It's a thing. I've done it myself, and it's kind of gets me happy. Makes me happy. But yeah, check me out. Rain is in stores. I'm dropping a new single on New Year's Eve, and it's gonna be a surprise. I don't know. I still haven't titled it yet, but it's coming.
That's deep. Make sure if y'all haven't streamed Rain Clouds yet, y'all get to it, because I'm telling y'all that's one of the best EPs that's out this year, period. You heard it here first from me. I said it. It's true. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to On My Hustle Reloaded. So stay tuned for an exclusive verse from Marciano YR. You heard it here first. Period.
Another classic. Pete Rock and CL Smooth. And I'm more than just a friend. Fuck what she tell you. Beat the box like Biz Marquis. We fell through. She caught the vapors like she smoking out of BLU. Hallway cyphers was prices every single day a new tale. Young Jewels from Fruitvale, cooler than Jay with 2 L's. Out of Chipman, East Oakland Cougar like Lady Lunell. Weekends was winless seasons, we took them 82 L's. Niggas throwing blue shells, haters an epidemic. These snakes can be detrimental, so raking is recommended. Handle business, they chasing my exes. My successes, I was favored first. Even they blessings in sloppy seconds, but I'm preaching to a choir though. We was high as Mariah, no. Shotty named Josephine, you hear boom, then you smell tire smoke. If they tell you I ain't a Commodore, then they lying though. I can show you all 3 sides you ever try and go. Better step light like Billie Jean, not my city mean. Onions on steak, not Philly cheese, I really seen. Huey P taught me cook a pig like a Jimmy Dean. And these donuts that's made for us ain't Krispy Kremes. From Bush Ride to my section, I'm good. Guillotine for that necklace in my neck of the woods. Chances of survival was slim as a Leah body. Hit you one time, bet your conscience will leave your body. Indeed and Rocky. Rain.
I want to thank y'all for tuning in to On My Hustle Reloaded. It's been swell. We always have a good time here. And I want to thank Marciano YR for coming in today.
Oh, man, thank y'all for having me, man. I had fun. You know what I'm talking about?
You know how we do here. So make sure y'all stay tuned for next week. We here. OMHR.
Every dog of this day. Every dog of this day. Every dog of this going on. What's wrong with you? Like 3 years I've been pouring liquor, feel like wrong Simba. I lost my pride, but now the king back to claim the throne, nigga. There's some fraudulence that I noticed, nigga. Some promises that been broken, nigga. I was down and out, now I was looking up. They wanna smoke with you, it's all smoke and mirrors.